Friday, August 29th, won't be a quiet end to the week in Salem. Secrets stir, tempers flare, and choices made today could unravel everything tomorrow. Rivalries heat up, shocking news rattles lives, and bonds that once seemed unbreakable may finally snap. What truth will surface? Who will take control, and who will lose it all? One thing's certain: Salem is heading into the weekend on fire. The long-brewing rivalry between Holly Jonas and Sophia Choi finally explodes on Friday, and Salem won't be the same after it. For days, Holly has sensed Sophia inching closer to Tate, weaving charm and subtle manipulation into every encounter. She's endured the comments, the stolen glances, the way Sophia positions herself like Tate's shadow. But now, Holly has reached her breaking point. The confrontation begins with sharp words, but quickly escalates into a fiery face-off. Holly doesn't mince words. She accuses Sophia of trying to sabotage her relationship and demands that she back off immediately. This isn't teenage jealousy, it's a declaration of war from a young woman determined not to be pushed aside. Holly's strength shines through, reminding viewers that she's inherited both her mother's fire and her father's stubborn streak. But Sophia is not easily rattled. She thrives in conflict, and in true schemer fashion, she twists Holly's accusations. She may play the victim, insisting Holly is insecure and paranoid. She may even go further, suggesting that Tate deserves someone more mature, planting insidious doubts in both Holly's mind and Tate's. For Tate, the moment is defining. He's caught between two forces, one genuine, one manipulative. Does he rise to defend Holly, showing unwavering loyalty, or does Sophia's subtle charm make him falter? This isn't just a teenage squabble, it's a battle of trust, manipulation, and pride. By the end of the episode, Salem fans will see how far Holly will go to defend her love, and how dangerously skilled Sophia has become at playing this twisted game. While Holly and Sophia clash in public, Steve Johnson quietly inches closer to blowing Sophia's schemes wide open. His moment arrives not in an interrogation or a high-stakes investigation, but in the most ordinary setting imaginable: a casual conversation with Kayla. Kayla, speaking offhandedly, lets slip a detail so small that anyone else would dismiss it. But Steve isn't anyone else. He's a man who has spent decades piecing together puzzles from the tiniest fragments, and the second Kayla's words leave her lips, his instincts flare. To her, it's harmless, a comment, a timeline slip, perhaps something about where Sophia was or what she said in passing. But to Steve, it's a thread. And when he pulls threads, entire webs come undone. As Brady's suspicions about Sophia deepen, this could be the very evidence needed to expose her deception. The suspense lies in the timing. Will Steve recognize the significance quickly enough to use it, or will Sophia realize her slip and cover her tracks before he can act? What makes this scene powerful is the subtlety. In Salem, bombshells often drop in courtrooms or during shouting matches. But sometimes, it's the quiet moments, the overheard word, the misplaced fact, that prove most dangerous. By Friday's end, viewers will be left wondering if Steve has just stumbled onto the key that will unravel Sophia's entire house of cards. For Brady Black, Friday brings not just tension, it brings devastation. After days of chasing leads, urging Steve to dig deeper into Sophia's story, and grappling with Rachel's fragile emotional state, Brady is about to receive a piece of news that rocks him to the core. Spoilers tease that this revelation isn't simply unsettling, it's disturbing, the kind of information that cuts to the bone and refuses to let go. Perhaps it's confirmation that Sophia's deception runs deeper than anyone realized. Perhaps it's a development involving Rachel's fragile mental state and her connection to EJ's shooting. Or perhaps it's a chilling twist from the Deare side of the story. Whatever it is, the truth leaves Brady shaken. What makes this moment heartbreaking is the emotional cost. Brady is already stretched thin. He carries guilt for not protecting Rachel sooner, anger at Kristen for her manipulations, and exhaustion from constantly fighting fires in every corner of his life. This new information feels like the final straw, threatening to break him in ways Salem hasn't seen before. The bigger question: what does Brady do with this knowledge? Does he charge forward recklessly, desperate to shield Rachel and crush Sophia's schemes once and for all? Or does despair take hold, leaving him vulnerable to making mistakes that could cost him everything? Friday's bombshell isn't just about shocking Brady, it's about setting up a ripple effect that could alter the trajectory of Salem's biggest storylines. When Brady Black reaches his breaking point, Salem always feels the aftershocks. Ambition has always been a dangerous currency in Salem, and Kat Green knows how to spend it. On Friday, she finally makes her boldest move yet, approaching EJ Deare with a request that could change her future, and possibly shake Deare Enterprises to its core. Kat doesn't walk into EJ's office timidly. She exudes confidence, carefully framing her pitch as if she's offering EJ an opportunity rather than asking for one. She speaks of her skills, her determination, her willingness to go the extra mile. But beneath the polished words lies something sharper: hunger. Kat isn't just looking for a paycheck. She's looking for influence, a seat at the table where Salem's power is decided. EJ, however, is no fool. He's seen this dance before. He recognizes Kat's charm for what it is: a calculated move. Ambition excites him, but it also makes him wary. Deare Enterprises is already a battlefield of loyalty and betrayal. Does he really want to bring another wildcard into the fold? The tension between them crackles. Kat pushes with boldness, EJ counters with skepticism. He questions her motives, her loyalty, and what exactly she stands to gain. Kat fires back with confidence, hinting that her drive could make her an asset he can't afford to ignore. Friday teases that this exchange is more than just a job interview, it's the opening move in a larger chess game. Will Kat win herself a powerful ally, or plant the seeds of a rivalry with EJ that could explode later? For years, Gwen von Leuschner and Leo Stark have been partners in crime, confidants, and occasional enemies. Their friendship has survived lies, schemes, and betrayals, but Friday brings their bond to the breaking point. It begins with Gwen's fury finally boiling over. She unloads on Leo with years of pent-up anger, accusing him of betrayal after betrayal. Her words are laced with venom but also with pain, the pain of realizing that perhaps Leo was never the friend she wanted him to be. For Gwen, this confrontation is about more than the latest slight. It's about history, about feeling used, about standing up to someone who has taken far too much. Leo, however, is not one to be silenced. He fires back with his trademark wit, his sharp tongue cutting just as deep as Gwen's accusations. He refuses to let Gwen paint herself as the victim, insisting that she has betrayed him just as much, if not more. The argument spirals, raw and vicious, with both striking at the other's deepest insecurities. For Salem fans, it's both heartbreaking and electrifying. This isn't just two friends arguing, it's the collapse of an alliance that once made them both dangerous. Without each other, they are exposed. And yet, in their fury, they may also be forging something new, a rivalry even more destructive than their friendship ever was. By the end of Friday's episode, the question will linger: is this truly the end for Gwen and Leo, or the beginning of Salem's next great feud? Friday, August 29th, doesn't close the week, it detonates it. Holly Jonas and Sophia Choi's fiery showdown forces Tate into the middle of a battle that could fracture young love before it has a chance to grow. Steve Johnson quietly uncovers a clue, proving once again that in Salem, the smallest details can unravel the largest lies. Brady Black receives news so disturbing that it shakes his core, leaving him desperate and dangerously close to breaking. Meanwhile, Kat Green makes her bold play for power, standing toe-to-toe with EJ Deare in a confrontation that may spark either an alliance or a feud destined to rattle Deare Enterprises. And Gwen von Leuschner and Leo Stark, once bound by schemes and secrets, Watch their friendship go up in flames in one of the week's most brutal confrontations. As the dust settles, Salem is left reeling. Every bond feels weaker, every secret closer to exposure, every alliance one spark away from collapse. Friday proves one thing: nothing in Salem is stable, and the week ahead will only bring greater storms. Stay tuned, because in Days of Our Lives, friendships don't just end, they explode, ambitions don't just rise, they consume, and every choice comes with a price Salem can't afford to pay.